I'll review this one next, don't worry. So I've seen 2 movies this past weekend. First one being Extraction 2 and the new Pixar movie, Elemental. This is probably going to be a short one because I don't really have a lot to say about them. So let's just get started. The first one I saw was Extraction 2 that was released on Netflix. I was looking forward to this because I liked the first movie that came out back in 2020. The first one is really well paced, surprisingly, and the way the action was handled in the first one is really good cinematography wise. It's just a really fun action movie that I like. While I do like this sequel, I feel like I see both of these movies are the same, but very different. This sequel takes place after the first one, which I was a little confused by, because it seemed like this movie took place before the first one, and I've only seen one of the trailers for this sequel, and I went into the first one completely blind. But yeah, like I said, this sequel is pretty good. While I don't think the pacing isn't as good as the first one, I still find myself getting invested in the story. I do think Chris Hemsworth carried these movies because I think he has enough charisma for me to enjoy it more. If this character would have been any other actor, I probably would have been bored. So I'm glad he's in these movies. And I also like the characters in these movies too. I probably don't really remember anyone's names in these movies, but they take themselves very seriously, and I'm glad that they don't overstay their welcome too much. And I already imagine how they handle the action with the cinematography in this one. Well, I mean that in both movies. They have a one-shot action take that I think is one of the coolest action cinematography that I've seen. This cigarette thing went on longer with it, and I was very entertained by it, and also very impressed. I know it doesn't sound like I'm talking about the second movie because, like I said, these movies are the same but different stories, which isn't a bad thing because I like these movies and they are very underrated from what I've seen. So yeah, I like this movie. It's a good sequel and you should check it out if you want to see a good action movie. So the next movie I saw is Pixar's new movie, Elemental. Pixar has recently had a bit of a downfall as of late, and it really seemed like Pixar is sort of losing their footing for a bit. While I was looking forward to this, I didn't really feel the same excitement as I was with their other films. I wasn't excited when Turning Red or Lightyear when they released. I still figured to keep up with every Pixar movie that is released because I grew up with this studio and I'm all in into what Pixar movies make, even with their original projects. I was hoping this movie would give back that Pixar movie feel again. So after I saw the movie, yeah, it's pretty good. While this movie is really not doing well financially, and there are some people saying it's pretty good and one of the better Pixar movies. I mean, yeah, I'm one of those people that like this movie. While it's not the best Pixar movie, I think I still find myself a little satisfied with this. At first going into this, I thought the side characters were going to be really annoying and thought they were going to ruin the movie for me, but surprisingly they weren't even there for too long. Pixar marketed these 2 characters so much I thought they were going to be in it for more than 5 minutes, but it turns out to be really misleading with the marketing and it kinda annoyed me a little. If this little rat kid was in the movie more, I probably would have liked the movie less, but thankfully he wasn't.
An act of God or an act of Claude?
And the college person I didn't expect to like because she actually had a place in the story, so there's that. But other than that, I really like the 2 main characters, Ember and Wade. I think their chemistry is really cute and they both carry the movie for me. And the visuals in this movie is as good as usual for a Pixar movie. I also think the animation is good in this one as well, which I thought I wasn't gonna like because I thought their movement kinda caught me off guard a little. Which is a little nitpick, but I got used to it after a while. Now the movie is a little predictable and generic with the whole following your parents' dream type thing, and I just think of it as a normal love story. But I think this does it better than some other movies that I've seen. But yeah, this movie is good. While it's not the best Pixar movie that I've seen, I still find myself enjoying it the whole time. And I do have a feeling this movie will do better financially over time, but I'll most likely be wrong. But we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, and I do think that college date short, I actually do like it, but I actually didn't get really too emotionally attached to it. So, yeah, that's my opinion on that short if you guys are curious. So yeah, it's a good movie and I hope Pixar will finally find their footing in their next film. Please be good.